Welcome back to KTN News Center. Straight ahead, we go to Meru County, where an aerial survey is currently being conducted to know how bad is the Meru County, rather, not Meru, beg your pardon. So an aerial survey is currently being conducted so as to know how bad the locust invasion has happened in that region. And our reporter, George Maringa, will be giving us more details later on. But what you're seeing on your screen right now are the live pictures of that aerial survey being done in parts of Meru County, locust invasion right there. George Maringa joining us via way of phone. George Maringa, good morning. Kindly talk to us in terms of the aerial survey that is being currently, ongoing.
Good morning to you, Brenda, and our viewers. Indeed, I'm currently on the ground, but my colleague, the cameraman Edwin Gitonga, is airborne. This pictures is bringing to you live. And they are in the areas surveying the areas bordering, that is Meru County, Isiolo, and the larger Samburu County. And just to give you an update or a brief of what has happened with this locust is that there are currently 3 swarms, 3 of them that have been located in this part of the country. The first one came in on Monday evening, thereabouts, and was located from this area of the 78th Battalion, stretching all the way back to Kachuru in Igembe North and going up north again in Samburu. However, the pictures you're seeing right now are coming to you from the areas, or rather conservancies in Samburu County, to be specific. Samburu, which labors Lewa as well. That is where these images are coming from, because there are 3 swarms that are moving in their numbers. And to be specific, there are places. The first swarm was located in Kachuru, going all the way to Kipsing area. There is Old Nyiro, there is Mayban, there is Sereolipi, and Matthew Ranges, but these ones are now coming from Arches Post in the Samburu National Reserve, to be specific, and also Sarova Shaba. So it is quite 3 storms that are moving into big numbers. And to just tell you how big it is, the largest that has been located or has been sighted is 12 kilometers in radius. You can imagine just how big this storm is. I mean, a radius of 12 kilometers of this insect. This means that actually the locusts are in their millions. So therefore, what this surveillance, as you can see, is happening is that then it will guide those who are doing the spraying to know the direction in which the locusts are moving, whether the insecticide will be sufficient, or whether they need to advance, and also just basically guide the national government. Because just a point to note is that the national government and the county government are in collaboration doing the spraying of these locusts, but the surveillance and monitoring is being assisted by the private entities and NGOs, such as the NRT, that is the Northern Rangelands Trust, as well as the Lewa Wildlife Conservancy, because the locusts have been located or sighted in these parts of the country. Brenda?
So, Maringa, as we speak, how bad is the situation in Meru County? Because the other time when you filed your story, it was just showing that a section, a specific section of Meru County.
Right, Brenda. One thing to note is that actually these things are migrating. These insects migrate, and especially when the sun is out. So in the evenings and when it is cold, the locusts are situated in one place, or they are sort of dormant and domiciled in one area during the night up until at the morning hours of right about 7:30, 8 a.m. And that is when actually last week we were able to gather info and witness that the spraying was going on during this time, because once the sun is up, it triggers these locusts to start moving. And therefore, the spraying is important to happen when it is cold and when they are manageable. For example, when they land in one area during the night, they spend there. So that's when they were trying to basically spray them. So the magnitude or the extent of destruction could be quite huge, because we understand experts say that actually locusts mate in the air, and then when they're moving in their swarms, and then now when they land is when they lay eggs. And so the eggs, before they get to develop wings, or the worms, before they develop wings, they first of all feed on what is on the ground, and so therefore they sweep the entire area until it turns brown before they gain wings to fly. And therefore those ones, meanwhile, those ones that are only flying devastate what is basically on the trees or other places. So the extent of destruction, as you have heard I've mentioned, there is one that has been located, a swarm that is 12 kilometers in radius. So that therefore tells you the extent to which these locusts, if not properly maintained, or if they continue, reproducing in their numbers, in their millions, they will be able to destroy more than is just left. And then to be more specific, Brenda, the other twist of the question is that they are attracted, or rather they are spent, or rather they are found in areas that are hot. That's why even in the Igembe areas, Igembe North, the Kachuru area is hotter than the rest of the Meru County. And that is why the Mira was not affected before, because Mira is grown in the colder parts of Meru or Igembe. But the hotter parts of Meru is where these locusts are found, extending all the way to Isiolo, Samburu, Arches Post, Marsabit. And that is why you can see the locusts are, as well as Mandera and Wajir. So that's why you can see the locusts are concentrated in these areas. However, we've had short rains, and these areas are now green. But now you see the locusts are coming to basically feed on the grass, and therefore these pastoralist communities which depend on grey grass or fodder for their animals, therefore could suffer as well, because during the day this is where these people take their animals, because remember also they own large herds of cattle, camels, other things. So that's why this could be quite a disaster in weight. However, the national government is really trying. We have heard, as well as the county government, they're trying to see how they can spread the locusts to end this menace, in as much as this may not be easily done due to how they are migrating, and also they continue reproducing in their millions. Brenda.
All right, thank you so much, George Maringa, for that detailed report. And just remind our viewers that what you're seeing on your screen is the aerial survey that's currently being conducted in Meru County, just to know the extent of the locust invasion in that county. And it is a developing story right there. My colleague George Maringa keeping a keen eye on that will give us more details.